Welcome to another edition of the Small Money Big Dream vlog. I'm your host, Marvin Spinam, and I'm reporting remotely from Binghamton University. Today's topic will be stocks with high dividend yields. And the reason why I wanted to concentrate on this topic was the market has been hectic this week. Today is May 7th, 2010. It's been a very turbulent week in the market, as well as hearing unemployment's on the rise, and the Greek debt situation is really scaring people. I mentioned earlier that the euro's being questioned, and everyone's being very bearish and telling people to get out the market. And like I said in the last vlog, I always say in these times look for sales. The stocks yesterday closed. A lot of stocks yesterday closed in the red, and it would have been a good time to pick up some stocks before they pick up momentum. And I'm not completely telling people to ignore what's going on in the market and just think, oh, stocks are going down, jump into stocks. I'm saying this is the opportunity for my small money, big dream investors to get in there and try to pick up some stocks that has strong tradition, strong values, but are going through troubled times. And I say the safest way to avoid risk, I always say, is to try to concentrate on blue chip and high market cap stocks, because those stocks are not stocks that are fly by night operations, and those are usually where you can get in if the price is low and look for future growth. Now, the reason why I want to concentrate on high dividend yield stocks is because those stocks work in a hybrid fashion, because they provide value as the value in the stock growth, but they also provide a form of income in the form of dividends. Now, companies who make profits usually do two things with the profits. Either they A, pay back some of the profits to investors in the form of dividends, or B, reinvest that profit after they pay off all of their expenses into the company to build further value in the company. So usually growth stocks usually will continue to reinvest money into the stocks so that the company continue to grow, continue to progress. And some companies will pay out some of their dividends, like I said, and pay to their investors. And the reason why I want us to concentrate on those stocks is because it's usually set out, even before profit numbers are reported, what dividends going to be paid per share. Now, during the year, sometimes this set dividend payout is changed due to either poor performance, and on occasion, and it's not very likely, it can be increased due to performing well. And the reason why I think the concentration on high dividend yield stocks is something that's important is because it's another form of way of creating income for yourself and growing your value. I want to give an example, just an IE example, and not necessarily from a company. Now, I read somewhere, and I'm going to follow up with this and give a whole listing of the high dividend yield stocks in the next vlog. But I'm going to use IBM as an example. I read somewhere that IBM gives 30 cents per share dividend. Now, I'm going to just give you dividend examples, and then the research project for you, once I put it out there, is I'm going to give you dividend, high dividend yield stocks, and you pick and choose your stocks that you believe in to invest that gives high dividend yields. But for example, IBM is giving out 30 cents per share for stock. Now, it's hard because IBM stocks trades well into the 100s, 120 range, so it's hard for us small money investors to purchase in. But IBM's not the only company that can give dividends, but I'm going to use them as an example. They give 30 cents per share for stock, and you happen to own 1,000 shares of IBM stock. Now let's just say for some reason they're giving out dividends on a quarterly basis. Very rare for a company to do that, but if let's just say IBM is that gracious towards their investors and giving out quarterly. So if you own 1,000 shares of IBM stock and they're giving out 30 cents a dividend quarterly, you will make $300 from your stock holdings a quarter, $1,200 in the year. Now that's very gracious and won't happen that often, but that's $1,200 of income you will gain just from having investments in IBM. Now usually companies more likely will give out dividends once a year or twice a year. 4 times a year is not that likely, but it does happen for some companies. So let's just take it down even a little bit lower. Let's just say you have 100 shares in IBM with the 30 cents dividend per share. That's $30 per quarter, $120 for the year. That is still a great way to build income and build value in your portfolio. And you can do 2 things with your dividends. You can receive your dividends as a check, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually, however the company pays out the dividends, or you can choose to reinvest your dividends and purchase more stock. So a high dividend yield stock is a great way to continue to build wealth as well as keeping, a growth vehicle in your portfolio. So that's why I want us to focus on high dividend yield stocks going forward. And you know what? The dividend payout is usually established before the turbulence of the market so that you can get these income opportunities whether the market is going crazy or not. Now usually companies do adjust their dividend payout ratios and set payout ratio due to how their performance are. So it can be said, beginning of the year before first quarter numbers in, they're paying out 30 cents per share, semi-annually or annually or quarterly. And you can make that revenue, but then if the company does bad, they could, change their mind and decide to lower their dividends or even eliminate paying out dividends. It's very unlikely for a company to go from paying out dividends at a good set number to eliminate dividends without a big red flag or caution event happening. So I would say let us concentrate on high dividend yield stocks going forward to add to your portfolio, and that's a great way to have a hybrid or dual acting investment. It can continue to provide the opportunity for value and growth, as well as give you a set income platform, which is what we usually look to for bonds for. So in wrap up, I would like to say high dividend yield stocks is something that we will going forward concentrate on, and I'm going to provide you guys a platform of where to go to look up these stocks and the name of some of these stocks so that you can add these to your portfolio and we continue our goal on making our small money into big dreams. Once again, this is your host, Morvin Spanam. Thank you for taking the time out and reading the vlogs, coming to the website. I'm starting to get a lot of followers emailing me, asking me questions, and it's making me happy to help people, along their path of building wealth. I'm working on it on myself, and I'm having good results, and now I'm helping you guys, so it's making me feel real good. Once again, you can email me at smallmoneybigdreams@gmail.com. You can go to the website. You can follow me on Twitter. I'll have the Facebook link up soon. And you know what, guys? Let's grow together. Let's go out there and create a better future. Once again, this is your host, Morvin Spanam. Thank you, and see you on the top.